Good morning, world.
Good morning and happy New Year, world.
I was just going to say, you stole my thunder. Welcome to 2023. This is our first video of the new year. Can't believe it's 2023. There should be flying cars and whatever that the Jetsons promised us on by now.
Yes, and Doc from Back to the Future.
Yeah.
He promised that by now.
Yep.
All right, so we're going to open this up strong by doing a music reaction. We're getting a lot of love from Hardy. And so we're going to look at The Mockingbird and the Crow.
You want me to read these?
Yes, go ahead and read the comments there.
The reason we're doing is, so from Melody Ravenwolf. Hey, nice, Ravenwolf. I like that. I like that name, Melody. Lainey Wilson is actually blonde. She was wigged in this video. This has to do with our Wait in the Truck video. She is also in the show 1883, which I didn't realize, but I know she's in Yellowstone. You should do a reaction to Hardy, The Mockingbird and the Crow. And she wasn't the only one. There's another one right here from Francoisa 5656. Whoa, Hardy is actually mainstream now, and then a little winky face. Okay. That is rich. But then he said, or she said, check out The Mockingbird and the Crow. And then one more, because we got three, from SM Gill 2282. Said, listen to Mockingbird and a Crow by Hardy. Much different feel. So that's just three of, I think, even more.
Three of many.
And so I know what I told you last time. I said we like to react to videos. This one is a lyric video because apparently Hardy didn't do an actual video yet to this one. So Hardy, give me a call. We'll work one out. Me and Nova can get together and help you.
Oh my goodness. Jeez. All right, guys, hope you're ready for that. Stay tuned. I can't do it. Speaking of Nova, I know it's New Year's Eve. I know we're lax. I know you're staying home this evening. What is going on with your pants?
Just so you know what he's talking about. We're filming this on New Year's Eve.
Yes. What's going on with your pants?
Well, you guys were introduced to Nova, my Nova. Looked a little different than Tom's Nova.
Yes.
She has blue eyes.
Yes.
So my wife and kids got me these. So this has Luna and Nova. I got Nova and Luna right there.
That's nice.
So they're all over. So
okay.
I know they're a little loud, and yes,
I know we're relaxed. You could have at least showered or done something. I know it's just me.
Yeah, it's just you. They can't. They can't smell me out there.
All right, let's get into this. The Mockingbird and the Crow. Stay tuned. I'm Cedric.
And I'm Brian, and this is Cedric and Brian. We are doing Hardy. He is signed by a major label, so that means that most likely, when I say most likely, he's not going to allow us, at least his record company is not going to allow us to monetize on this.
Nope.
So if you are seeing an ad, Hardy and his record are getting the money for that. So we need to make money. Are you prepared?
Like Brian says, are you prepared? Do you have enough food, water, and other essentials to get you through tough times? If not, check out My Patriot Supply. They're the nation's #1 preparedness company, and they've served millions of American families just like yours. Right now, you can save 25% off their popular 4-week emergency food kit, which will keep you well fed for 4 weeks worth of breakfast, lunch, dinner, drinks, and snacks, totaling over 2,000 calories a day. This food stays fresh for up to 25 years in proper storage, so it will be there when you need it. In fact, you may need it a lot sooner than that.
So don't wait. Go to www.preparewithcedricandbrian.com. That's www.preparewithcedricandbrian.com. We gotta make money.
In 2023.
Right? We gotta.
Still eating the same stale old pancakes in 2023.
These are good pancakes.
Jeez. All right. The Mockingbird and the Crow. Did you know? I can bring this up later. You guys came to this years ago.
Yeah.
I was actually.
He's a thespian.
Thespian. I actually played the role of Tom Robinson in that classic book, To Kill a Mockingbird. To the point my own grandmother didn't even recognize me because I actually I grew my afro out and everything, and it was a great book.
Yeah, and the reason he's bringing it up is because here in Orange County, and yes, we're still in California, they are doing it at one of the major Orange County venues where they do plays. They are doing To Kill a Mockingbird there.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't reach out to me to ask me to reprise my role as Tom Robinson.
Surprised too, because now you're growing into that role.
I know. Uncle Tom Robinson. All right, let's get into The Mockingbird and the Crow.
All right, thank you guys for suggesting this. We are reacting. Luckily, it is a lyric video, so hopefully we can catch all the lyrics.
Right.
Ready?
I grew up in a little town named after another. Catching bass and cutting grass is how I spent my summers. I know it sounds cliche, but it's how I was raised. And I got my first guitar from a pawn shop off of Poplar. Picked up Sweet Home Alabama and Smoke on the Water.
I'm gonna stop at this a couple of things because we have to stop. It's already a good song.
Yes.
And the reason we stopped is twofold. I know we're not getting monetized, but they won't even allow it to play if we just let it play straight. So we've gotta.
And that's for those you say, let the entire song play and then talk about it.
We can't do that. So two things. One, for those of you who know about birds, if you look up and you watch crows fly, and not just crows, but crows or hawks, mockingbirds chase them. You'll see them, they dive bomb the bigger birds, and it's fun to watch. I don't know, it's kind of a symbiotic relationship. I don't know what the actual benefit of it for the crow is, but you'll see it all the time. So this isn't just an accident that they picked these two birds. And then the other thing I just wanted to say is, when I first got my guitar, I bought it not at a pawn shop, but I bought it at a swap meet. The Orange County swap meet.
All right.
And guess what? One of the first songs I tried to learn was
Sweet Home Alabama.
Sweet
Home Alabama.
I just thought I'd bring that up.
Maybe because you were copying, and that's what a mockingbird does. It mimics.
It does.
It mimics other birds. And so, like, when you got your first guitar and like Hardy got his first guitar, he mimicked other guitarists.
Yeah. That's how you learn.
Okay.
Picked up Sweet Home Alabama and Smoke on the Water. And that's what got me out. It's crazy thinking now. I'm a mockingbird, singing songs that sound like other songs you've heard. Like Friday nights and headlights on some back road red dirt. And how Mississippi's home. I've always been a mockingbird, but now I'm a mockingbird with a microphone.
Kind of got chills on me.
Good stuff.
I found myself a contract down on 16th Avenue, writing songs for anyone about anything I knew. And I've come a long, long way, but one thing hasn't changed. I'm a mockingbird, singing songs that sound like other songs you've heard. Like Friday nights and headlights on some back road red dirt. And how Mississippi's home. I've always been a mockingbird, but now I'm a mockingbird with a microphone.
I think he's giving homage to some of the other artists that he's kind of imitated. What did it say? That imitation is the sincerest form of flattery?
Yeah.
And so I think he's just talking about, I started out doing the grunt work, writing songs, doing the grunt work, but now I'm singing the songs, but I have my own microphone now.
Well, you know what's interesting too? Going back to what I said about how I copied those two songs that he talked about. I'm probably 20, 30 years older than this guy. And it's amazing how those songs stand up. That somebody that is my kid's age is still learning to the same songs I did way back when. I mean, that tells you the power of some of these old classics.
Oh, yeah.
That we don't have much anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, people still go back to Led Zeppelin and the two bands that he talked about to learn guitar. You don't hear him saying, "Oh, I'm learning to some band out of the 2000s." They still go back.
Yeah.
So it's just...
It's like everything, the foundations of everything. Like when you're a boxer, you do the road work, you run, you jog, and you skip rope. And look at our English language, 26 letters. But you look at Shakespeare and some of the things that were done. And you're a musician. How many notes are there? There's more than 7, right? 7 fundamental notes.
Yeah, that's just your basic scale, I guess you would say. But then you throw in the other 5 notes and you get all your semitones.
Yeah, but look what Beethoven and Bach did with those 7 notes, and look what Elvis did with 3.
3 chords.
All right. All right.
3 chords. Well, and we talked about that country song, 3 chords and a story or something like that. It's interesting too that he talks about he'll just go and write songs about things he observes, and now look at him. It's just I find just to stop here for a minute. I was listening to Jordan Peterson. Those of you who follow Jordan Peterson, And I was always wondering, because I wrote songs when I was in college, and all of a sudden, it's harder for me to write songs now. Mm-hmm. He says that the same hormones that are involved in growth and brain development peak at around 27. So creativity peaks at around 27. So that's why most of these people, when you see their first albums are always the best, it's usually when they're young. The same hormones that get you big and strong also affect creativity. I thought that was interesting. And so they talk about these older artists. Mm-hmm. They'll actually hire younger writers to write them songs going forward.
Right.
And I always wondered, why is that? And now it makes sense.
Yeah.
It's actually biologic. It's crazy.
What Brian's trying to tell me is, even though I have a New Year's resolution to get in the gym, he's telling me to forget about it because there's no hope for me.
No, there's hope. We still got to keep pushing on. But,
okay.
And I'm sure you can still write songs when you're older, and I still try with my daughter, but it was much easier. Just like it was easier to lift weights when we were younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mockingbird, but now I'm a mockingbird with a microphone. Mockingbird with a microphone. Ooh, with a microphone. With a microphone. With a microphone.
That just completely flipped.
Yeah, the chord just changed right there.
And I noticed that his picture, when it changed, the eye changed.
Yeah, and it changed size of the screen. It went from that side of the screen to that side of the screen.
And the font now is like, chicken scratches or crow scratches. I mean, what a flip. I mean, that was cool.
What do you think he's saying there? He said, in the beginning, I kind of followed the pattern of some other musicians, but after a while, I developed my own style.
Exactly. And he says, and all you're going to hear is my last name. So he goes by Hardy. He's another artist who is going to be known by one word.
Yes. Yes.
That's cool.
That's when you've made it. Just one word.
That is cool. And this song's definitely more rock than country. So, I mean, when people said it's a little different feel, really good. And that low guitar reminds me of stuff I listened to in the 80s with that sound. I'm going back a little bit here.
Okay. All right.
Used to be another mockingbird with a microphone. I fly the line, I choose to, brother. Even if that makes me the crow, the crow. Even if that makes me the crow, the crow.
What do you think he means that makes me the crow?
Like you're saying, the
Loner?
crow is kind of the crow's kind of like
loner, right?
the outcast,
Yeah.
isn't he? Yeah, like you said and I forgot what you said in the beginning. The mockingbird chases the crow away.
Yeah. Well, it always hangs out. He's like the little brother that's always pestering the crow. The crow is the leader, and also not only does the crow stand out, but what does the crow usually always signify as death?
Death.
Always has to do with death. So I don't know if he's saying anything about death here, or if it's just I'm going to be on my own and independent, and I don't care what people think of me, because people think of the crow as a bad sign. And he's like, I don't care.
Right. Yeah, because if you watch animation cartoons, whether it be Disney or something else, the crow is always the outcast, the Diablo, the hated one, the villain.
Yeah.
He's like, that's going to be me. If I got to be the crow, I'll be the crow.
This is a cool. Thank you. The three and the other ones you sent me, I didn't know what this song was going to be about, and when it started, it's like, oh, it's a cute little, nice little mellow song, and then what a cool change.
Yeah, it's very good.
The crow, the crow, the crow. Well, do that, do this, unclench your fist. You're too loud, you're too proud, it won't work. Or tell that to 25
both.
Starts out as the mockingbird. It's okay, I'll play along and I'll be the mockingbird. But after a while, you got to break out and be Hardy.
Yeah.
And you be a little different. And I love, like you say, started out in those. You guys have to tell me the name of in the country where you go down to the back roads and you have that little shack, and the only lights you have are people who with their cars with their headlights just showing on. I'm trying to fit in, trying to get started, but after a while, I'm going to be the crow and do my own thing.
What a great song. I don't know a lot of Hardy. I know the ones that I hear on country music stations, and mainly the one he did with Lainey Wilson that we covered, which I think is a great song. This is really unexpected for me.
Yes.
Really good. And I'm going to go through Hardy's collection.
Are you now?
Oh, heck yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is,
all right.
I joked around with Cedric. I'm going to start, when I get to Tennessee, because I was in bands. So I was going to start up with my brother-in-law and my friend who was the drummer in another band. And we were going to start a grungery band,
Yes.
joke around. So this was definitely had a rock edge to it.
Right.
And I saw... And I misspoke before. I said Chris Rock, and so I edited that out. You never saw that in another video. When I saw him at the CMAs, he reminded me of Kid Rock.
Kid Rock.
He had a hat on and his glass. I said, is that like Kid Rock? That's too young. That's kind of who he kind of looked like, Kid Rock a little bit, but, not as worn out.
Right, yes.
Sorry, kid, if you're watching.
Well, like you say, he's younger version.
God, I really liked it. I don't know how you like. I liked
No, I like that. That was good.
The guitar sound that he brought in for the solo almost like it was a screeching crow. I mean, it's just I don't know what else to say. It was a good song, and I can't wait to dig more into his music.
Yeah. I'm glad we actually reacted to this instead of reviewed it.
And not only that, but even though this wasn't a video, the way, because this is under Hardy's channel, the way he did the lyric video was a video in itself, because he had his picture that changed. He had the font that changed.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
It didn't even need, I
And
take back what I said.
You were opposed to it.
Well, because sometimes you watch what other people do as lyric videos, and it's basically, and we've done it before, and you guys have called us out that the lyrics were wrong because they're usually computer-generated lyrics. But if you guys find another lyric video that is done by the artist or by the record label, we will react to that. Because,
okay, you heard it here.
Because that was good.
You heard it here. All right, guys, thank you. That was awesome. Again, this is our first video of 2023. We didn't say it in our last video, Happy New Year. Hope you guys are off to an incredible, awesome new year. And
you know what that says to me? 23. I graduated in 1983, so I'm on an even year. So what is that? That makes me 40-year reunions coming up. 40-year high school reunions.
all right.
Again, I know you guys don't believe that we're in our mid to late 50s.
You are. I'm still in my mid-30s.
Yeah, obviously somebody, you know who you are, but you're a new subscriber, and you said, "Wow, Cedric is hot." So I guess since we're like brothers, I just don't see it.
Yeah, right. Wow. No comment.
It's like if somebody says about my sister, it's like,
I know that's so awkward.
I don't see it. He's my brother, so I don't see it.
Yes. But your sister is hot.
Yeah, I don't see it.
I know you don't, because she's your sister. But anyway, if you're listening, I said that. Okay.
And no, I'm not hurt that you didn't bring me up in that.
Oh, geez, let's move on. All right, guys. Thank you for watching our channel. If you got, like Brian said, any more suggestions, please send them our way. We have big goals for 2023. We're going to keep growing, keep expanding, and we can only do that with your help. So make sure you like, subscribe, ring that bell, and continue sharing our channel with every crow and mockingbird and person you know.
And if you'd like to tip us through Venmo, we're not opposed to that.
Do we have a Venmo in the description box?
Yeah, I will.
We'll work on that.
one.
All right.
Because I don't know what Cash App is. That sounds shady. That's the one you found.
I know.
I tip everybody with Venmo. And so, because you don't have to attach it to a bank account, so they can't get to your money if you just use it, have somebody send you money first and then just use it.
All right, you do that.
That's all I'm saying.
All right, you do that. All right, you guys. Hope your New Year's off to an incredible start.
Start.
Incredible start.
There's your 50th year.
Until next time, I'm Cedric.
And I'm John.